Welcome to the Lynn Sun Show. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Lynn. I am your proud host. I am in the car because we're going from job to comedy show, and I am filming this in between so that we can get the episode out every Tuesday for you, so you can hang out with us every single Tuesday on YouTube. If you want to support our show, again, we are on patreon.com/The Lynn Sun Show. We also have merchandise. It's teespring.com/stores/The Lynn Sun Show. This week, guess what, you guys? We have Caitlin Alyn on the show. And the cool thing about having Caitlin is that she is hilarious, but she also has a sweet, softer side to her. And we talk about bullying, which is very important to me because I was bullied as a kid. So we touch up on that subject. Tune in, have a good time, grab a snack, and I will see you after the show. Caitlin, what do you currently do for a living?
I have multiple jobs.
Okay.
I got that LA hustle going. I work full-time at the Laugh Factory as essentially a videographer, but I also do some social media stuff. And then I am an Instagram producer for a company called Tastemade. So that's a freelance job that I get to travel and film food on my phone.
That's a good gig.
A pretty sweet gig. And then I'm a barista sometimes. I work on a food truck. I've had that gig since I moved to LA. And it's just this gig that's like fun, and I make cash, and I have a lot of fun with my boss, and it's just making drinks, and it's not comedy related. There's like nothing. It's just me having a good time for like 3 or 4 hours, and I make some good money. And then what's the other one? Oh, and then I also have private social media clients that I either make content for or I run their pages, kind of that. So I do a lot of stuff for money. So far, no sex though. So far, still got time.
The reason I'm asking is because I remember we did a show and you said that you like connecting and helping people.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us about that.
Good. I'm like an operator, you know, so like old school operator. Like I know a lot of people. I wouldn't say that I have a ton of like close friends, but I know everyone, and I know enough about people that like. Let's say that you needed, I don't know, well, I mean, I hooked up with Joe.
Right, that's right, yes.
So it's like, you needed a producer. Right. I know that he's a producer and he needs work. It's like, bingo, and I just find people that need certain things, or, and I also help run my film school's alumni page, which is to help alumni get jobs. And so it's like that too, where someone's like, hey, I need a cinematographer who specializes in food. I'm like, oh, I know Jonathan's really good at that. And I, boom, you know. Right. So I like know people, and I see the needs for things, and I like connecting people and helping, especially when it's with work. I love helping people make money.
Right, it's true. But then tell me the philosophy behind it though, because there was something you said.
Well, for one thing, I just hope that every time I do that, I look at it as like I'm putting money in a piggy bank for myself. It's like an investment, because hopefully, whether it's karma or just you're doing good things for people, they want to help you back, you know? But first of all, it's like a love language for me. Like, it makes me feel good. I'm not going to cook you dinner, but I'll help you get a job.
It's still an act of service.
It's a total act of service. It is. It's like, I get off on it. I really do. Like, not in like a horny way, but like just in a life way. Like, I just really enjoy it.
So acts of service.
Yeah.
So that's why you were just telling me earlier about somebody who fixed up your bed.
Yeah.
That's an act of service.
It's an act of service. And normally I would say that my love language is, when people compliment me and stuff and they stroke my ego, like I definitely...
Like words
I do, but I have to tell you, like, there's a guy that did something really nice for me, like built a bed, and to me that's actions speak louder than words.
Yes.
So it wasn't so much of me being like that's my thing, but it just spoke volumes to how he sees me and what he thinks about me, and just like and what kind of person he is. Right. You know, because even like there's some jerky dudes that might like you, they're still not going to build a bed for you while you're at work.
Was it an IKEA bed?
No, it wasn't.
I was gonna say those shits take forever.
It was like that though. I think it was simpler than an IKEA bed, but it was still like one that you had to put together and like build. And I came home just sitting in the doorway like, oh my God, my bed is big.
Yeah, and you know what? And the thing is, he's a young man. He's not an older gentleman who's like used to sugar, you know.
Yeah,
he's a young man.
Yeah,
and he's doing that. So they exist out there.
They do. Yeah. So
we'll get more to that.
It's getting sweaty.
Okay. So growing up, you're saying you didn't have a lot of you said you don't have a lot of close friends right now, but you know everybody.
I've
But,
always been that way.
Oh, so growing up too, you had like a close knit of friends, or what?
I've always had like maybe one, I would say three max, like that I would, that I've been like really tight with. Otherwise, like I get along with everybody. I'm friends with everybody and I love everybody, but there's only like I can count on my hand the number of people that I would say know me on a real intimate level. And that's also why when I broke up with my boyfriend of 5 years, I was like, we cannot.
That's a long time.
Yeah. And first loves, first everything.
Yeah.
Lost
Oh my
virginities to each other, like whole nine. So I was like, you're the only person that I've been 150% vulnerable with, that you know everything about me. Like,
Yeah.
I can't lose you because you're the only, like, there's just so many people in this life that know me that deeply.
Yeah.
And so even though, like, it's tough, dealing with exes and he's got a new girlfriend and all this stuff, I'm like, I'll put all that aside because this is so rare for me to have.
Yeah. Oh, so you're still friends?
Best friends.
Oh, that's so
I'm best
cool.
friend with my ex, yeah. I got his girlfriend a job at the Laugh Factory. I was like, look, what can I do? Like, it's probably the noblest thing I've ever done. If that was a question
It is pretty noble.
if you put that on your note card, I'd be like, oh, getting my ex's girlfriend a job and working with her every day.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is that I wanted to keep my relationship with him, so I got to be friends with a girlfriend. You have to be friends with a girlfriend. So anyway.
So I'm asking Caitlin all these questions I want you guys to know because Caitlin is hilarious. She's a good roaster too. Like she is one of the best roasters that I know. But I want to ask you these questions because I want people to know the other side of you.
Yes.
Yeah. So I like that because we could joke all day,
Yeah,
whatever.
I can joke about anything. So.
On that note, from your stand-up, you said that you were bullied as a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, what were you bullied for?
My ears.
What about your ears though?
Well, okay, so I was born, everybody has a fold in their cartilage. Like if you feel your ears, you have this like fold, so it's folded like that. Well, I was born without that, so my ears stuck, and they're getting back, they stuck straight out. So the joke in my stand-up set was that I looked like a trophy with handles. A trophy that no one would ever want to win,
Well, they want to win it now.
Now they do. But at the time, not so much.
Okay.
Yeah, so they stuck straight out. So it was a pretty easy thing for kids to like poke fun of and point out.
How old were you when you were bullied though? How old
Mostly, it started probably like 4th or 5th grade, and then it got so bad that my parents actually got me plastic surgery when I was in 7th grade to fix it. So I got permanent stitches put in my ears to pin them. And that's why I'm getting nervous because they're not permanent. Like I also was a huge athlete, so I would get hit in the head a lot, and whatever. And the stitches would start breaking, and over time they can deteriorate. Or if you you have a fun time in that nice new bed you just got made, and you hit your head on shit, and you're breaking stitches. You're like, it's worth the dick. It's worth it for the dick. But my ears are sticking out more and more the more I hook up with this dude.
I can't. It doesn't.
No one can. I know it's all me. I know at this point. I know it's just me. I know that. I see it in the mirror, and I'm like, luckily, no one else notices it. But when I make real money, that's like the first thing I'm gonna go under the knife and get them fixed again.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no shame in that either.
I'm not mad at it. So wait, but in 4th, 5th grade, I was bullied too.
That was actually gonna be one of my questions for you.
Yeah, I was bullied
curious
too, but I want to know. So what did that do for you? When you what was that like? Did you cry? Did you come home crying?
Yeah. Very emotional. No. I think that there is part of it. When like someone says something mean to you, and then like a week later you come up with like the best comeback. There's a part of that element that I think also might have helped me with stand up a little bit and like the roasting and everything, because when you can if someone says something mean to you and you have a quick comeback, you feel like you won, and comedy definitely diffuses bullying situations. There's a lot of comedians that were bullied, I think, because of that. So I think it's kind of developed my quick wit in a lot of ways, because I never confronted them, I don't think, but I would, but in my mind I would be like, I would come up with like a really sick roast, but I just didn't have the guts to like ever confront. And there was always boys, so that was another thing too.
It was always boys?
Always boys.
Wow.
Now this makes me think too, I had such low self-esteem at the time that I thought I was just like a hideous like Shrek monster. I was also way bigger than all the girls. Like all the other girls were like these little twiggy toothpicks. Yeah. I've had tits and ass since I was like 11 years old. I had my period at 11 and boom, boobies and ass. So like from day one I was just, and I'm 5'8", 5'9". So I was like this very like, you can't miss this.
Right.
I'm big, I'm voluptuous, I have huge ears. It's like, there she is. Like, it was just so obvious. So, you know, it was I think it was an easy target, but I'm wondering if these boys actually were like crushing on me. And you know how like dumbass boys will like bully you to like, because I wonder if that was part of it. Because now
they don't know how to act. Yeah.
This is another joke I had in the set, which is like, I find it funny that the guys that were showing up, they'd show up to my basketball games, and they'd make fun of me in the games while I was like shooting free throws. They'd be yelling shit out to me. These are the same guys that are showing up in my DMs now. They're the same ones that follow. They're all following me, and I'm like, do you not remember causing me emotional duress?
Do they remember it though?
I don't know. I've never asked them. I'm just like every time.
So you don't even reply?
Fuck those guys, dude.
Wow.
Because I don't like. I'm sure they're great people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, why would I? Why would I? Why?
Right.
You know,
who has the energy for that shit? It's too negative.
I mean, look, if you were, I don't know, they'd have to, if they came to me and they're like, look, I know I was really mean to you as a kid, and I just wanted to apologize, like, I was an asshole boy, and I hope that everything's cool, I would 100% be like, you were so forgiven, I was an asshole too. Right. But for them just to be like, hey girl, what's up? I'm like, dude, I don't like that to begin with. And anyway.
I know. What's with those DMs, though?
I mean, I don't mind it. I like a little bit of a confidence.
They're like, hi, and I get curious. I'm all, hi, what?
I know you've been getting some too ever since your masseuse shit went up.
I got this guy, he sent me a DM, and he was like, he sent me chocolate bars, and then something about I need your services. Yeah, and there was a video, and I clicked it because I'm curious, and it was of him jacking off.
Whoa!
In the mirror. I was like, I haven't seen a grown man's dick in a really long time.
Honestly, this is gonna be so bad, but now sometimes I'll just get a dick pic out of the blue, and I use it as an educational experience. I go, why did you just send me this?
You ask?
I ask, I go, what did you think that this was gonna happen from you sending me a picture of your penis?
Right.
And half the time they're like, I just wanted to let you know, like
right.
I go, I don't think you thought this through, man. I was like, by the way, I don't mind getting pictures of dicks, but I want to ask for it, and I didn't ask you for this. You know,
I want solicited.
Like, yeah, I want solicited dick pics. But I do appreciate if you're like talking to someone, you know, especially with all the dating apps, and if they send you one then you know they've got a good dick.
Right. Right, but don't just send me one out of the blue. What the fuck?
I had a guy from India, just kept sending
Neil? Is it my son's dad? Neil, stop sending her dick pics.
Dude, that is so funny. I can't.
Okay. Jesus. So how did you So you transitioned from being bullied to this really hot mama that you are now. So how did
it only took me about 20 years.
Right, but so when did you start realizing like, oh shit, boys like me now. Like I'm hot. You know? It
wasn't until after, look, I call it my dick journey that I've been on, because I was a super late bloomer. I lost my virginity at 23. My first boyfriend, I'd only had a couple sexual experiences, and when I say sexual, I mean making out and maybe a finger bang. Like, not that much of a,
That's pretty innocent.
Just so innocent. Like, I touched like 2 wieners.
Okay.
I was drunk every time, but I never no, I'd never been on a date. Nothing until my first and only boyfriend, and I was 23. He was 20, and it was, to me, I was like, oh my god, someone likes me, like, whoa. I was like, you don't say, like, this is amazing. So it was like such a surprise to me, because I had extremely low self-esteem, just bad low self-esteem. That's the 4th fart noise I've made on your show. I'm so sorry. But it was so low. And so here's this guy that I had a crush on for a long time, and he told me he felt the same way. And I mean, it was like, I probably could have taken myself to the moon with the amount of like energy I had from that or whatever. It was so great. But when we broke up, I'd also, while we were near the end of our relationship, I lost a bunch of weight. And because that was a big part of it too, is that I've always been like a sturdy gal. Sturdy.
She giggled at her own.
Sturdy. Sometimes you gotta laugh at your own shit. Sometimes you have to. So I lost like 30 pounds near the end of our relationship, and so all of a sudden I was like, God damn, I got like, ooh.
I know, yeah.
I'd never felt that way ever. I'd never looked in the mirror and was like, damn, girl. And so when we broke up, I'd been with one dick until I was 27 years old, because we were very faithful to each other. We never one wiener was it, like for real. So so all of a sudden I was single, and I was like, and I actually feel good about myself for once. Like I like the way I look naked for once. I like the way I look in clothes for once. And I was just like, oh shit, like I think I might be attractive. Like, I didn't know that. And I mean, I'm not saying I'm like an LA 10 by any means. I'm like a Mississippi 9. And I'm okay with that. I'm fine.
You're like an LA. You're hot.
I mean, I'm a good-looking. I know that I'm attractive. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not. I used to think I was like ugly and like maybe someone would find this cute. Now I'm like if I know that if I put some makeup on and push the titties out, I'm good. It's fine. I'll be okay. But I put that 30 pounds back on, and I'm still getting the dick. So I think that it doesn't matter. I think you just gotta love yourself and feel good about yourself.
It's true. But that journey though for you.
It was honestly it was very related to my sexual journey because part of that builds your confidence in my mind. Like it's not empowering for everyone to sleep around. I don't recommend it.
It is for me.
But for me, I was like, it really built my confidence. It made me feel connected to my body and in my personal sexuality and everything. And I made up for lost time. I was a little hoe for like a year and a half. But I was just going for it.
Here's the thing about sleeping around. I used to always say this. Like, it wasn't like a pity party. You know what I mean? We weren't like, oh my God, I have a little self-esteem. I'm going to sleep with everyone. Hopefully he likes me. It was like, wait a minute. I get to choose who I want to have sex with.
I had a lot of fun dating. This was before I was doing stand-up, though. So I just had nights where I was like, I just didn't have anything to do at night. Like now it's like I'll schedule you in 3 weeks in advance because I have shit going on every night. Yeah, doing stand up every night I'm busy.
Nice.
But before I was like it's a Monday and I have nothing else to do. I'll go out with this guy, So it's definitely slowed down a lot. But
you got more things going on.
I've got more things going on. Now it's just a lot of like, you just casual friend hookups and stuff here and there. But I was going on dates. Like I was on the dating apps. I was going out with a lot of people, having a lot of fun. And now I'm like, I don't have time for this.
But isn't it better though? Because now you have other things to focus on other than, because I used to do that too and I didn't have a lot to focus on. I didn't have
purpose. Like I just didn't have purpose
just
at the
time. Who am I going to go out with?
Yeah, you're bored.
What does he think of me? Does he like me?
It was a little thrill. It was a little thrill. There was some thrill to it. The whole chase and like the fun and the flirting, and then you sleep with them and you're like, next.
I know, I've had that so many times. Like it was better in my fantasy. What the fuck?
It happens.
So what do you want to say to people who and I know I flipped it to a serious question.
That's okay.
But what do you want to say to people who bully?
To actually bully?
The bullies.
Actually, at this age now, I feel more sorry for the bullies than I do for the people getting bullied because I really no one that does like. I love the saying "hurt people hurt people."
Yeah.
And when someone said that to me, it was actually a teacher of mine in film school because I had a really tough time one time on a movie set with this girl because she was being very mean to me. And my teacher was like, Caitlin, hurt people hurt people. Like if anything, if you can turn this into empathy, if you can turn this into like seeing, like, because no one is mean to someone that's happy. I'm not mean now that I'm a happy. You and me both are very happy, positive, sunshiny people. I would never be mean to like if I roast people for fun. I'm not like that's why your mom left. I'm not like fucking jumping in the.
That's why your mom left. Just simple.
Just little, just casual roasts. I'm not, because I'm a nice, happy, satisfied person. So the people that are bullying, I just like, I honestly I don't know what to say to them other than like. Find a way to love yourself. But that's such a journey. Yeah. It's such a journey. But I feel bad for the kids that bully, and there's adults that do it too. But now it's like all on the internet, and they're the ones that are like commenting on our videos, being assholes. And at this point, I'm like, God, you must be so hurt inside, and have no voice. That this is like the only time you get to use your voice is on the internet, and so it doesn't bother me. A lot of people in my Laugh Factory video commented about my appearance. And old Caitlin probably would have gotten really hurt by it, but my outfit was so unflattering, and I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it looked bad. We had to dress up for those Pretty Funny Women shows. And that's not me. Like this is how I dress on stage. Right. This is it. And so for me to have to wear like some kind of
a romper,
by the way, that I used to wear when I was 30 pounds lighter when it fit right. And they're like, this doesn't look good. I'm like, that's because it isn't supposed to. It's a size too small, dude.
It looks good to me.
I mean, it's like, it's okay.
Right.
It's fine.
Oh, okay.
But it's not like something where you're like, damn, you know, it was more like, maybe not again.
It's more like she doesn't really dress up.
That's what it felt like. And that's because that's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's good. I like that. Hurting people hurt people. This is true.
Yeah.
And find the empathy. But but people are going to be like, well, fuck those bullies, though.
That's okay to get mad.
Yeah.
I think mad is part of the stage, but if you stay in mad, that's when you have a problem. You have to shift the emotion from mad to maybe you don't like apathy.
Yeah.
To empathy. I mean, it's a couple stages. I mean, I didn't just go from like fuck you guys to you're one of God's children.
Like
I mean, I wasn't
one of God's children.
I didn't go from that to one extreme to the other. I mean, it took me a long time of practicing forgiveness because it's not something you just go, I forgive you, and then it's over. You have to like, it pops up and you have to go, no, I said I forgave them, and it's over. And you have to like remind your ego like a million times and over again that it's cool. And it really wasn't that bad. I mean, really at the end of the day, like gay kids have it. I mean, like there's so many people have it so much worse than what I had.
Right.
And at the end of the day, they're paying money to come to my basketball games. So
whatever.
Joke's on you, bitches.
Yeah. It's not bad now, but for a kid that's in 4th or 5th grade, it's really bad to them,
Honestly, worse than that was because I developed so early, I was getting catcalled and sexualized really young. That I don't want for anybody.
Right.
Like, I would take bullying over grown men, licking their lips when you're like 12 years old walking around. That's fucking
grown men,
weird.
if you're watching this, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. But you know what I also want to say to anybody watching this, if you ever feel bullied or insecure or whatever, there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Totally.
Because look at what you can, No, seriously.
You too can live in a
She's
studio
like
apartment. Make minimum wage at a comedy club.
But also very smart and strong and confident.
Yeah, it built emotional fortitude. Yeah, for sure.
All right. So you prefer to date younger men or older?
Prefer older.
You prefer older.
Why would I ever go young, dude?
I don't know. I date young.
Why? Well, maybe if I was like in my 40s or something, I that'd be different. But like I'm 30 years old. Mm-hmm. Going younger means like a 25, dude. Dude, you just were able to rent a car. You don't know how to take care of it. You can't keep up with this. Dude, no. I mean, look, my ex was 3 years younger than me, and he was one of the most mature guys that I'd ever met. So like, I was fine with that. But no, like, if you're mature and you act like an adult, obviously I don't give a shit. But no, I like older men. Right. But they have to be hot. I'm not like into like pot bellies and fucking.
What about dad bods? Dad bods, okay? No dad bods.
That's not my style. I'm sorry. Like, you better be fucking funny and have a really big dick.
Like, do you prefer a man who has a really big dick, or a man who has an okay dick, but likes to take care of you? And like the guy who I don't know about the guy who fixed up your bed, what dick situation he has, but what if it was like that? Like,
you could use him as a tripod if this ever breaks.
So, since you like building things, can you come and be a tripod?
Just stand there like this. Oh my God. Yeah. No, I don't need anybody to take care of me. Right. The only place that I can't take care of myself in a way that is sex. So yeah, big dick all the way. And then you need to know what you're doing with it. I don't really care. Like sometimes it's too big and you're just like, you stand over here, I'll be over here, and we'll fuck from opposite sides.
Too big. No, I agree with you. Sometimes it's too big.
It rips your shit open, dude.
It's too big.
Okay, so glad you're here, Joe.
What? Okay, what does it mean to you to be a good friend? What does that mean? The definition of a good friend?
Cheerleader. Supporter. I think, and at least that's what I've found that I'm good at, is just being like, I can't always be at every show, and I can't always be at your events. I'm not always going to be the person that's going to like physically be able to be there for you. But when you need someone to talk to, I'm there. I talk, a lot of my friends will call me, because they're like, I have something I'm going through. I'm like, I'm a therapist.
Right, okay.
And I'm fine with that. I love being that sounding board for people. And obviously it's something where it's like, I need you here. Like, I'll be there for you. But if I can be. But I think that's it. I think it's someone that you can count on if you need someone to count on. Like I was homeless for like 3 days a couple weeks ago because I came home and my apartment was being bug bombed, and it was in a tent, and I got the dates wrong. Like they told us that it was happening, but I just got the date wrong by like a day or something, and I was like, I have nowhere to stay. And I used to not have a lot of friends, like people that I felt like until I started doing stand up. And when that happened, it was actually a really beautiful moment because I was like, oh my God, I have people I can call on for this. Like in the past, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm fucked, because after the breakup, he was my only friend. And when we broke up, I was like, I have no one, and that was really scary. And so I was like, I need to make sure I'm a good friend to people, so that when I need a friend, there's someone there for me. And
you are a good friend to people.
I try to be. I try. I want to be just a good, positive person for people. And even people that I don't know super well will even be like, I feel like you're someone I can talk to about this. I'm like, let's do it. Give me those problems, girl. Give me those problems. And I'm friends with a lot of dudes too.
Yeah.
This is the first time in my life ever that I've had so many girlfriends. I've always been a bro, 100%.
Yeah.
So this has been fun for me to like go over to a girl's place and like do what we're doing right now.
Right,
basically.
like have some girl talk.
Yeah.
All right, 3 questions for me.
Okay, 3 questions for you. Question number 1, so we actually talked a little bit about high school today. And I was curious what Lynn was like in high school.
Oh my God, I was not the cool kid.
What was your vibe?
I was my theater kid.
You were a theater kid?
I was in all the plays. I was in the school plays. I was the president of a YMCA club, like social club. That's kind of like a high school sorority.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
But it was like it was the nerdy club though. Like it wasn't the cool club.
Right. It was people that needed a social outlet because they didn't have it. Yeah.
I was part of the nerdy people. Yeah, no, I had a high school crush. He was a junior, I was a freshman. He didn't even he just said hi to me, whatever. We didn't even talk back in high school. So that was me in high school.
Wow. Did you have a lot of friends though in that nerdy
I had
group?
Friends, yes.
So I play sports?
No. I liked volleyball.
You like play? Do you still like? I
can play volleyball.
Yeah.
People don't think I can play volleyball.
You seem like you'd be good at it.
They always serve me because they think that I'm gonna miss.
No, because you're short,
miss.
dude.
Yeah.
You're the one that's gonna dive for it. You're closer to the ground.
And I like diving. I'm like, that was easy.
That's fun. Dude, that's great.
Yeah. So I did volleyball. Okay. I hated they always make you do, what do you call that? Before the season.
Training?
Training.
It's like summer practice or
conditioning. Oh. Fuck that. I'm always like, fuck this conditioning.
Yeah.
What?
Constantly, dude.
But yeah, that was me in high school. Not the cool kid. Not the cool kid.
All right. If there's one thing that you could change or maybe adjust from your past, like if there was something you could have done differently, is there something that comes to mind?
I would probably have a better connotation about marriage.
Explain
Meaning
that.
So when I was younger, I was like, who cares about marriage? I don't need a man. You know what I mean? I'll do this myself. I even said once upon a time, I was like, if I just adopt a kid and I was a single mom without a husband, I'll be fine. The universe.
Well, it's so funny. They're like, well,
here you go.
Got it. Heard it loud and clear.
Yeah, right. So I avoided it my whole life. Like I wasn't big on I can't wait for my wedding, and I saved all this money to get this dress. And I didn't do all that stuff.
Me either.
I didn't do all that. So maybe I might have, because now I see, because I'm older, right? I'm going to be 40, so all my friends are like, they're married and they have kids and whatever. And at the end of the day, they're not going to come, if I need something, they're not going to be like, let me drop my husband to go help her. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I think that is part of it too, is granted, we're in a good place because we live in Los Angeles, and I feel like
nobody's married.
Well, yeah, and I think because honestly, when I go back home, it hits me.
Where's home?
North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
It hits me that what my lifestyle to most people might be weird.
Yeah.
Because I'm a 30-year-old who doesn't want a relationship.
Yeah.
I don't want to settle down in any shape, way, or form. I'm very passionate about my career, et cetera, I live in a studio apartment with debt and no savings, and they're like
on an airbed.
On a mattress on the floor until 2 days ago,
right?
And they're like, I'm sure they're going like, wow, she's off the rails. What is she doing? Or that poor girl, she's never gonna get married. And I'm like, thank God. But to them, it's crazy. Where did you grow up, and what do you think was there? When did you? Oh, here's what it was. I remember what. A, it's a two-parter. Where did you grow up? Because I don't know that about you for whatever reason. And B, when do you have a moment or any memories of when you were funny, like being younger? Like, was there ever? I have moments from my past where I'm like, oh, this was foreshadowing.
Yeah. Oh, good question. So, okay, I grew up in Long Beach.
Oh, okay, I didn't know
Long
that.
Beach, California. Yeah, in the ghetto.
Yeah,
it was bad, like shootings and
LBC,
people being
baby.
robbed, and you know, the loot. Remember when it was looted, or what is that word?
Yeah, well, there was
Rodney
like the
King
riots.
Yeah,
the riots.
I
We were
lived
there
right
for that.
Yeah, I saw all that. Whatever. So, we grew up there. I was a very quiet kid because I was afraid of my dad.
Yeah, he was abusive,
He was
right?
abusive.
Was he an alcoholic?
No,
just
he's
abusive.
just an angry person. No, he was probably bipolar.
Just angry.
Yeah, probably undiagnosed bipolar.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I see that. I feel that.
So he would be abusive, and I was silenced a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
So then once I got into high school and then college was when I was like, oh shit. My one friend.
Even doing drama, you never had.
No, it was all
comedic, all drama.
It was drama. And
Interesting.
you know what? That's a good question, because in one of the high school plays, I was the lead, and then the director, like the day before opening, goes, "Your character is funny," and I was like, "Oh." I thought
Because you were playing it straight.
I was playing it straight,
Which honestly is funnier most of the time.
Right, but then when we opened, my character was funny, even though I played it straight.
Yeah.
Because I was just naturally like a goofy person. But in college was when I started making a lot of jokes, and I was the one that was like making my friends laugh. But
because you're away from your parents.
I'm
That's
away
when
from
you
my
finally
parents.
get to kind of become who you are as a person. Yeah, for sure.
But you know what? When just because you can make your friends laugh, don't mean you can do stand up, right?
Absolutely not. This is what I'm learning.
So that's why
Painfully.
back in the day, they're like, Lynn, you should try stand up. I was like, that's hard as fuck.
It's funny that people are telling you that, because people told me that too, like
Yeah.
throughout my life, and I was always like, no fucking way.
It's hard as fuck, because stand up is hard.
Yeah.
And the joke writing process and everything. But
Being up there alone on stage, I was like, yeah, no. I'm not doing that. And now here I am like, give me that stage time, baby. Get me up there, dude.
2 minutes? 2 minutes.
Yeah,
I got
I'll do
a tight 2. I got a tight 2.
Okay. I was just in Texas, and I had to. I luckily ended up getting rides, but I was staying 40 minutes outside of Austin, and the shows were in Austin. It was going to be $100 for me to get to Austin, get back, and I was like, I'm getting 7 minutes. I'll pay that $100. It's insane,
Right?
The addiction, man.
But that's because you're also proud of yourself.
I'm having fun.
Once
you
you
feel
get
good
off that
afterwards.
stage, you're proud of yourself,
Yeah.
because stand up is hard.
It is.
That's
it is super
Did I
hard.
answer your questions?
You did.
Yay! Thank you. Hug me.
Oh, I love you. Thanks for having me.
Okay, tell them how they can find you on social media.
At Caitlin Alyn. That's CAITLIN. There's a lot of vowels. Just look it up on Lynn's page. But that's on everything. You can find me there.
Yes. Yes. Follow her and subscribe to our channel. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Yay! Thank you for watching. I hope you got the message about bullying. Please do not do that. If you know anyone who's being bullied or a bully, make sure that that is taken care of. Nip it in the bud, please, because we want this to be a happy, joyful, peaceful world. Again, if you want to help us out, we are at patreon.com/The Lynn Sun Show. If you want to buy merchandise, we're at teespring.com/store/The Lynn Sun Show. You can find me on Instagram at LynnSunTV. Send me a message. I love talking to you. Leave a comment, share, like, all of that fun stuff. I will see you next Tuesday. Thanks for hanging out. And remember, be a good friend to someone today. Bye.